while awe-inspiring and entertaining for our guests. These behaviors are also essential to maintaining the health and well-being of the killer whales in our country. Much remains to be understood regarding the Orsalis orca. One thing we do know, however, is that across the globe, they face real challenges as the general health of the prey populations and habitats on which killer whales depend suffer due to changes in the environment. In just a few moments, you'll encounter SeaWorld's killer whales and learn even more about those fascinating animals. As the most widely distributed mammal on Earth, the killer whale is uniquely positioned to represent the beauty, power, and fragility of the ocean.
Hello everyone, my name is Julie. On behalf of our killer whale training team, I'd like to welcome you to Orca Stadium. I've been an animal trainer now for 26 years, and I can tell you that it's not just a job, it's more of a way of life. We've dedicated so much of our personal and professional lives to the animals in our care. It's a huge responsibility, but the ultimate privilege to be able to care for, teach, learn from, and build strong relationships with these amazing killer whales. We're proud of what we do, and we're honored to be able to share what we've learned through our relationships with all of you today and for many years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoy Orca Encounter!
On the other side, across from you.
Interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
was our killer whale family showing off their size, speed, power, and problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep the whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care about our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the killer whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen their social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just another reason why they're known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orcinus orca. Their common name is killer whale. These 5 whales have their own personal names. Kayukit, Tuar, and joining us right here are whales Takara, Sakari, and Kamea. Kamea is the youngest whale at 8 years old. Her mom, Takara, is the oldest whale. She's 30 years old. She's also the matriarch of our pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us and take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we teach them husbandry or healthcare behaviors. Danny, Casey, and Julie are joining us in the slide outs to demonstrate some of these behaviors.
Thanks, Jacob. Hey everyone, I'm over here with Casey, Kamea, and Sakari, and we're going to ask them to demonstrate one of the first husbandry behaviors that we teach the whales, called a fluke present or a tail present. Now, as you'll see, they've rolled over and presented their tail flukes to us on the shallow ledge. And in this position, not only can we get a good look at the underside of their body, but more importantly, this behavior allows us access to the easy-to-see shallow veins located right here on the white undersides of their tail flukes. On a monthly basis, our veterinarians can collect routine blood samples from these veins during routine physicals, and they're conditioned to remain calm throughout the entire process, just as they're demonstrating now. Throughout today's presentation, you'll see the trainers interacting with the whales in a variety of ways, like giving them tail massages. They have sensitive skin, so this is one of the ways that we can build our relationships with them.
That's right, Carrie, and fluke presents aren't the only way we have to make sure that our whales are healthy. Another diagnostic tool that's very important for us to collect is actually animal weights. We can find out how much each one of our animals weighs by asking them to slide out onto a killer whale-sized scale that's located in one of our back pools. Kind of like Takara's demonstrating for us right now. Now you notice right now, as she's up here in the slide out, that her tail's still in the water. That's because this area, from the dorsal fin all the way down to the tail flukes, this area here is called the peduncle, and it might weigh several hundred pounds. So if she's up on the scale with us in the water, we wouldn't get an accurate read. So to solve that problem, we can simply ask them to raise their tail up just like this. And that's how we find out that at the Tuesday morning, Takara here is weighing in at 4,580 pounds! Wow! Now it is super important for us to make sure that we get weights on our animals consistently, to make sure that our younger animals, like Sakari and Kamea over there, are growing at an appropriate rate, and our more mature animals, like Takara here, are maintaining a healthy weight. Now, fluke presents taking blood samples and getting accurate weights on our animals are just a few of the ways that we can make sure that all of our whales are healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt. For the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Observational learning and mimicry play a critical role in the life of a killer whale. From the moment they're born, they learn necessary life skills by watching and playing follow the leader with their mothers and the other whales. Well, here at SeaWorld, they play follow the leader with us by mimicking our movements. Now let's play a quick game of follow the leader. Everybody to my left, take your left hand, stick it high in the air, and give Sakari and Kamea a great big wave. Would you look at that? Sakari and Kamea are paying very close attention to you. Killer whales are very curious animals. We often see them spy hopping or even jumping completely out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings. We're going to demonstrate that today with the behavior called a sighting bow. To ask for it, take that left hand, point it straight out in front of you, and throw it over your opposite shoulder. That was a great signal. Now Sakari and Kamea, they're taking off to the bottom of this 40-foot deep habitat. And if you direct your attention towards the center, they'll lift their bodies up and out of the water. Wow, that was great! Killer whales can communicate in a variety of ways, and using vocalizations is just one of them. Let's put that to the test with Takara. Everybody to my right, take your 2 pointer fingers and pretend as if you're conducting an orchestra. Oh, that's beautiful. Did you know scientists believe that when a killer whale leaps out of the water, it may be a way of communicating to make their presence known? Well, you see, sound waves travel 4.5 times faster through water than sound traveling through air. So when a whale leaps out of the water and crashes back down onto the surface, that's called a breach, and that sound can be heard for miles. Let's demonstrate another one of Takara's high-flying, fast behaviors. Take those 2 pointer fingers, and you're gonna launch them to the sky. Just like that. Now Takara, she's using those powerful muscles in her peduncle, her pectoral flippers to steer and to stop, to lift herself up and out of the water, but this time she's not going to the center. She's coming up right in front of you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for all of your help. Go ahead and give yourselves a round of applause. As you can see, killer whales can communicate by leaping out of the water and making a huge splash. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period for a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to obtain in the wild. However, some information can only be gained through field observation. That's why SeaWorld works with our partners like the Norwegian Orca Survey to further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt, fluke slams to stun their prey, and they can even beach themselves completely out of the water. For them, it's a fun demonstration, but for you, it's time to get wet. Killer whales are amazing athletes. They can eat several hundred pounds of food in a day. Depending on where they live and time of year, their prey can vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right?
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Vamos a mojarnos para ir.